Indonesia is in itself one of the most unique island nations of the world, featuring some of the best diving spots at Flores, a rich cuisine of its own exotic dishes, and one of the world's most notable rainforests. But is it really as great as your everyday tourist might say? Though Indonesia itself only takes up about 1.3% of the world's land surface, it is home of the world's largest illegal logging operations, and the home of a young boy.
Santoso Ramadi was born into a poor village on the outskirts of the Indonesian capital, Jakarta. Here in this humble village, Santoso lives his life in Indonesia's poverty level. At an early age, his father left the family when Santoso was 5 years old in hopes of finding a better paying job in the countryside, but was never heard of again, leaving Santoso a young boy to take care of his mother and two even younger brothers. Santoso was forced to grow up at a young age. He got a job as a busboy in a local restaurant, but knew that this would never provide the financial stability that his family needed, and thus, he left to find more reliable sources of financial income.
Santoso was informed that a logging company had started up business on a nearby island in search of the finest timber to be shipped to the US, Europe, and the rest of the Western world. Seeking out this business in hopes of defining a better life for his family, he discovered an illegal logging coalition where he was promptly hired as a laborer. For once, his family was fed and had a decent shelter to live in, all because of Santoso's hard work.
Yet, how does his job affect the bigger picture? Well, Indonesia, while only taking up 1.3% of the entire Earth on the map, is home to 11% of the world's plant species, 10% of its mammal species, and 16% of its bird species. But, with the massive acceleration of deforestation, which is partly to blame by the illegal logging from folks like Santoso over here, many of these animals' entire species may be threatened. Now, the question is, why log the forests illegally? The power of the almighty buck, of course. The old plantation forests simply can't keep up with the wood fiber demand these days. But now, Indonesia's illegal deforestation operations have been able to keep up with the supply and demand factor for the rest of the world. In fact, regional and district autonomy programs are now encouraging this sort of illegal action. Hence, even though it's illegal, the corrupt police force, military, and citizen officials aren't doing a thing to stop it.
So where does our friend Santoso stand on the issue? So far, he's all for it. To him, it doesn't really matter what the authority says about the rainforest. This will bring Indonesia's lower class out of poverty and desolation and into the workforce. This will feed his family. And Santoso isn't the only one sharing this belief, but one of the many of the lower class turning towards illegal operations as a form of employment. It's that same drive for money, but this time it's going to feed him, and her, and them, and may even be the beginning of a new society for Indonesia. So now, the real question becomes, through the growth of illegal logging, is it really about the concerns for the habitat of the golden-mantled tree kangaroo, the orangutan, and the Komodo dragon? No, it's about the growth of jobs for the Indonesian lower class and the beginning of a new economy.
To